Every week, the Xfinity Editors pick the TV show, movie, or special event they are most excited about right now. This week, we kick things off with me. So, the TV premiere I am looking forward to this week is the all-new NBC thriller Found, which premieres this Tuesday, October 3rd at 10 p.m. Eastern. Let's take a quick look at a trailer.
The first 48 hours are critical. We need your help. We find missing people who have slipped through the cracks that no one else seems to be looking for. And we bring them home.
We won't rest until we have answers.
Why do you want to work for me?
You save lives.
Found follows a young woman named Gabby Mosley, played by actor Shanola Hampton, who dedicates her life to tracking down missing people after being kidnapped as a child herself. But there's a twist. Gabby turned the tables on her kidnapper, played by Saved by the Bell alum Mark Paul Gosselaar, by not only escaping his clutches, but kidnapping him in return and chaining him up in her basement. Now, as an adult, Gabby uses his expertise as a psychopath to help find other victims and villains. I think the show looks fantastic, and I'm actually shocked that NBC revealed the twist surrounding the kidnapper in the basement in a trailer, no less. I would have liked to have experienced that twist live in the moment, but whatever. I think it kind of makes me want to watch it even more, honestly. So it's probably a smart move. I also like that the show teases a sort of twisted relationship between Gabby and her former captor and raises questions around whether Gabby herself is no better than the man who once took her hostage. It's got kind of like a Silence of the Lambs vibe where she's going to this person to help her, solve crimes, essentially. And the trailer, a separate trailer shows them like talking, and he like kind of seems like he like gets off a little bit on like being part of these hunts for other criminals, and like maybe he likes being in her basement all chained up helping her with this. And it does have like a Hannibal Lecter, Clarice Starling vibe where I don't know, where there's like kind of like a mutual, there's something there, but what is like the nature of the relationship? It's pretty cool. They're like, other detectives are like, how did you get here so quickly to the scene of this crime? And she's like, I don't know, I'm just good. But no, she's got Zach Morris chained up in her basement, and he's helping her solve the crimes. I am in. I really am. And I don't watch a lot of network dramas, but this one seems really interesting to me, so I'm going to check it out.
This also reminds me of the Fox drama from a couple years ago, Prodigal Son.
Yes.
Where it was very similar. He was a detective, and his father was a serial killer, and who was in like a state facility prison, and he would go visit his dad and get insight into the minds of serial killers. I love this kind of subgenre of investigative shows. I don't know. Maybe
the one thing I don't have answers to is like how long he has been chained up, because she was 16 when he kidnapped her and she escaped. Has she been holding on to him since she was 16, or did she come back around to track him down and kidnap him? So there's still some questions to be answered.
That was a question I was going to ask. Like, has he been chained up in her basement for like the past 20 years and just been just feeding him and taking care of him? Oh, what a coincidence! I can actually use you now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was also getting the Silence of the Lambs kind of vibe. That whole going to the psychopath and using him as just a mentor in some regards to help our detective solve cases. So, but then also, yeah, like you said, it brings into question her own morality, because like you're doing the exact same thing that other people are. You're catching people for. So, are you really better than the criminals you're catching? I would say no. That's a human rights violation.
It is, at the very least. But yeah, NBC, October 3rd. That is tomorrow. So give it a shot if you like dramas, thrillers, crime thrillers, all of that. It seems like a lot of fun. Sammy, what are you excited about this week?
All right, my pick for this week is none other than the Max comedy romantic drama Our Flag Means Death, which returns this Thursday, the 5th, for its second season with a 3-episode premiere. Let's take a look at the trailer.
I love everything about you. I love being near you. Breathing the same air. You, Steve Bonnet.
Do you think Blackbeard's gonna murder you?
I don't care what any of you say. He's actually a good guy.
He's a madman.
If anyone objects, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I think of you often. Hope you're thinking of me as well. Objection. I did a punch.
So good. Oh, I really love this show. I know David does too. I know he will have things to say. But if you are not familiar with the show, this follows the life of Stede Bonnet, played by Rhys Darby, who in 1717 left his family and very bougie privileged life to become a pirate, despite having absolutely no experience in the area of being a pirate. Aboard his ship, the Revenge, misadventure ensues, and they run into Edward Teach, played by Taika Waititi, who is basically Blackbeard, goes by Blackbeard Pirate. More misadventure ensues, and they end up falling in love, ? There is a lot of heart to this series. At no point in the first season did I know where the next episode or like next 5 minutes of the show was even going to go, which really just kept me at the edge of my seat for the whole show, for the whole series, the whole season. I'm really excited to see how this second season goes. This is probably like one of the most badass posters I've ever seen. And that trailer just really sets it up. I'm so excited for this like crossed lover situation meets the pirate seas. I don't know, David, I feel like you've got words to say. Go.
I just love this show. And Rhys Darby's character was known as the gentleman pirate, like a pirate with like totally good intentions, but like as Sammy said, he was because this is based on a true
it's loosely based on a true story.
Yeah, and like he wanted to be a pirate, but like also was raised like with a silver spoon in his mouth, so doesn't really have the like the stuff to do what pirates have to do. And you know, he teams up with Blackbeard to kind of learn the ropes of pirating. It is just so funny, and as Sammy said, has lots of heart. And I adore Rhys Darby. And he's like one of those guys who you've seen in comedies for decades, maybe not decades, at least 10 years plus, and been like, oh, there's that guy, that like Australian guy who's like, or maybe he's from New Zealand. Sorry, I don't know. But he's very, very funny, always steals the scenes. And now he gets his chance to like really shine in this show. And if you love pirates, if you love satire, if you love something that's just not one note, it's very nuanced. This is just, it's a joy. It's like one of those shows you watch and afterwards you just feel so happy. And there's not a lot of shows that do that.
Yes, brilliantly said.
I would not get that vibe from this trailer or this like poster art, but the fact that that's how it makes you feel, it makes me even more interested.
Highly recommend. Like I said, this Thursday, the 5th, with 3 new episodes. So do yourself a favor, binge that first season and get ready for season 2.
Very bingeable. Half-hour episodes, right? Just like
Easy.
A comedy. You can get it done in a weekend.
Easy.
Quam, bring us home. What are you most excited about this week?
Thank you, David. What I'm most excited about is this new Netflix movie starring Benicio del Toro, Justin Timberlake, called Reptile. So let's take a quick look at it.
I walked in the front door. I called out for her.
Hello.
No answer.
And
And then what?
Can I show you something strange?
Ow!
That's a bite.
It was the dentals that got Ted Bundy.
Is there anyone you can think of who might have done this?
A few nights ago, this guy showed up at my house, acting strange.
Strange in what way?
Who do we like from this?
I'll go with the boyfriend.
I got the friend.
I'll take the weirdo.
I'm going with the ex-husband.
Am I a suspect? Everyone is a suspect.
So if you didn't get it from the trailer, this show or this movie follows Benicio del Toro as Tom Nichols. He's a detective, and following the brutal murder of a young real estate agent, Benicio del Toro's character has to solve the mystery where nothing seems to make sense. And as he tries to solve this murder, he starts dismantling the own illusions in his own life. So it's a great murder mystery. Like I said, it stars Justin Timberlake as the boyfriend of the murdered real estate agent. Also stars Alicia Silverstone. And I just personally love a good murder mystery. I always try to act like I'm the detective and try to figure out the murder before the actual characters do, or I try to figure out the murder and see if I was right by the end. And it's usually the person you do not expect. And because of that, it's definitely not the crazy guy. It's definitely not the guy who was knocking on the door acting super suspicious. I believe it was Benicio del Toro himself. That is my hot take. And that's who I think did it. I don't know why I believe that. I just have a feeling. Either him or Justin Timberlake. Because even in the poster, just look at Justin Timberlake. He just looks like the guy who did it. He looks guilty. He looks very guilty. If this is a lineup, Justin Timberlake is the one who definitely did it. He's like, he has the face of like, what have I done? So I'm excited for this movie. It premieres on this Friday. And yeah, I have nothing but great things, great thoughts about this movie.
You know, I'm just going to split the difference and say that I think it was Alicia Silverstone who did
Ooh.
it. I don't know why. The crazy guy that you're referring to actually is Michael Pitt, actor Michael Pitt, who played Jimmy Darmody in Boardwalk Empire, and was also, I believe he was also on Dawson's Creek at one point.
Oh, full circle moment.
I'm pretty sure. Now I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know. I think maybe he was. Anyway, I love that actor, and I also love Alicia Silverstone, one of my earliest crushes. I got to interview her one time, and she was absolutely lovely as a person too. So I was just actually thinking that Justin Timberlake like really had an acting career that was on an upward trajectory, and then he just kind of disappeared.
Right.
And now he's back. So that's good. I like him as an actor. People really didn't like that movie in time, but yeah. I liked it. I thought it was a very clever. Yeah. I mean, maybe not like technically great, but like this, I like the story, and he and Amanda Seyfried were good in it. But I digress. I was so into this trailer that when he like closed the door on the guy, I actually like actively like moved over to see through the door, like as if I was peeking through to see what was going on. This is a great pick, Juan, because I don't think I would have watched this otherwise, to be honest.
Yeah, I think me personally, I love Benicio del Toro, and I just know when he's involved, you're just in for a good time. His characters are always just so much fun, and he just gives it his all. And so, yeah, who doesn't love a good murder mystery? And it's perfect time for spooky season. Like, get you in the vibes.
True. But you can check out all the shows and movies we just discussed and so much more simply by saying what to watch into your Xfinity voice remote now.